Are you actually joking me right now? Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, today's video is going to be letting my TBR prompt jar pick some of my TBR books. I kind of moved away from like the specific monthly TBRs because I'm just such a mood reader that I get into like a mood when I'm filming my TBR videos, right, where I'm like, oh, I really want to read romance, and then I just pick romance books, but then like halfway through the month I'm like, I really want a thriller. So I feel like what I genuinely need is a bit of variety to allow myself to have a TBR as well as be like a mood reader. So I thought, why not start by using my TBR prompt jar as the thing that chooses what books I read in the month or whatever. So I'm hoping that this TBR prompt jar gives me a nice array of books to pick from, and so let's get into it. So I made this little jar of my prompts and I did a little reel on my Instagram, which if you don't follow is at Big Sis Reads, and I just haven't really got around to really using it just yet, but I tried it by just picking one up, and it was like the first book of a series, and I actually picked up Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi, which is crazy because I've had it for ages and I've always been like, oh, I really want to read it because everyone's hyping it up, and I just never got around to it. And thanks to this trusty old thing, I was able to start a series which I'm actually very excited to continue with. So let's do 5 or 6, right? Is that what I said? I think I said that. First one we've got here is book 1 of a series. I shit you not, book 1 of a series. I even like folded everything and like did all of this. You guys saw me, right? Book 1 of a series. That was so weird. Okay, kind of books do I have? Right, let's have a look. I have a bunch of books that I really wanted to read this summer, and some that I need to haul at the bottom there, but I definitely want to start this series, so let's bring this. You would have seen from that clip that we have opted for book 1 of the Twisted series. It is Twisted Love. I have seen this all over for a very long time now, and a lot of people do rave on about it, and I like the variety of people who say whether it's books 1, 2, 3 or 4 that's their favorite, so I love that. From what I understand, it follows a group of 4 girls and there's very different tropes throughout it. So book 1 is Twisted Love and it involves Alex and Ava. So it's forbidden in a sense that it's brothers' best friends and they both are dealing with their own sort of traumas, and so I don't know, I feel like this would probably give us quite a bit of depth because of the background it gives you on both Alex and Ava, and I've heard really good things especially about Ava Chen, the female main character, so I'm very excited to get into this one. So let's do prompt number 2. I can't even remember the prompts that I put in here, so this is actually as much of a surprise to me as it is for you. A book with a number on the title. Book with a number on the title. Okay, book with a number and a title. Okay, I'm gonna have a look. Okay, so we have, from what I can see, 99% Mine. Is that the only one I have? Because I don't know if I'm feeling 99% Mine. Oh gosh. I think we're gonna go for One True Loves right over there. So we are going for One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This will be like the second time that I'm trying to read this. I know that the movie has come out, it's on Amazon Prime. I'm not gonna lie, I started it because I really like Simu Liu and I feel like the story sounds great. Basically it follows our female main character. She was married to her like high school sweetheart Jesse, and then he gets into an accident. He's presumed dead because like they just haven't found his body, so he's presumed dead. And then, you know, she kind of grieves and then ends up falling in love with her like high school best friend, and then they're engaged, and then she gets a phone call from Jesse saying, hey baby, I'm coming home. That's not a spoiler because that's a show in the back and everybody knows that, I'm pretty sure, but you don't know who she chooses. Anyway, that's One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Okay, let's see what would be next. What would be next? Okay. A book with yellow on the cover. Okay. There's one here, but I don't really want to read it. And then a part of me wants to read It Starts With Us finally, because surely it's time, no? Surely it's time for me to finally read It Starts With Us and see what happens to part 2 before the movie comes out. The apparently dreaded movie comes out. So yeah, do you know what? let's get into it. Let's get to It Starts With Us. I'm hoping to switch it up a bit. I'd like to get some sort of thriller or some sort of weird fiction, like a literary fiction in there as well. I don't know, we'll see. We will see what the prompt jar advises us to do. A book by your favorite author. Right. Well, since I don't have any Goosebumps books and R.L. Stine's my favorite author, let's go for... Oh, 2 seconds. So I haven't read enough of her work to say that she's my favorite author. I've only read one of her books and I absolutely loved it. And because I want to switch it up a bit, I would have picked Beach Read for this, but instead we are going to pick Rock, Paper, Scissors. Okay, so I think I mentioned it in the clip just before this that she's not necessarily my favorite author. I've only read one of her books. Actually, I listened to an audiobook, but yet I absolutely loved it to the point that I'm ready to just work through her whole, like, I don't know, what's like a discography but for books, you know what I mean? Her whole book collection. So anyway, without babbling on, you saw that this was Alice Feeney's Rock, Paper, Scissors. I have heard nothing but great things about this. His and Hers was the one that I actually listened to, and when I tell you that that was gripping, the way she did her twists and turns and just the ending, did not see that coming. Everyone says that this is basically her best one. So we will be reading Rock, Paper, Scissors, and this is a nice way to kind of change the genres up a little bit because it's all just romance at the moment. So I think we can do 2 or 3 more. I don't know, we'll see. I read 6 books last month without trying, so we'll see. So book number 5. Are you actually joking me right now? Book number 5. I'm just here like, oh, I read this many books, like it's gonna be fine, I can read more. And then I get humbled. This is weird, just because of that whole like book 1 of a series thing, and now I was just like, oh yeah, I read 6 books, blah, 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 so I can probably read 1 more. And then I get real humbled by the universe because it's a book over 500 pages, and I know exactly which one I'm getting for that one, right? 2 seconds. I didn't even need to take you with me because I knew exactly what I wanted to get, and it is Things We Hide From the Light by Lucy Score. I've been meaning to read this after I really enjoyed Knock 'Em Out, even though apparently this is not as great as the first book, but I don't have many over 500 page books, and this one has genuinely been on my like radar to read this summer, so why don't we just get on and read Things We Hide From the Light. So this one follows the second male character that I think this series, the Knock 'Em Out series, will follow. So there's 3 of them. Knox was the first one. This is his good boy brother Nash, and then the third will be about their friend Lucian. This one, apparently this has some like crime mystery thing going on. I'm quite excited to jump back into this little town because I did really enjoy that, and I really did like the side characters of Knock 'Em Out. So yeah, you know, let's do 7 just because I feel like we can pick through them, right? I probably won't read One True Love, so I won't lie. But anyway, a pretty cover. No, this one is easy. Yes, it's going to be another romance, but it is Nora Ephron's Heartburn. I'm just obsessed with this book like cover. It's just my favorite thing in the entire world, so why not crack on with this? And the fact that it's only like 183 pages, which will compensate for that fat book over there by Lucy Score, it will be good, it'll be good. I'm gonna do another one because these are all just romance books. Trying to change it up a little bit. Book with a place in the title. Ugh. Okay, Malibu Rising is here, but I don't know if I can do 2 Taylor Jenkins reads in one month, like in one sitting. So let me see what else is there, and then let me get back to you. I literally cannot see anything that has a place, like a specific place in it, unless I count things like In a Dark, Dark Wood, because that's a place, or The Couple at the Table, because that's the table. But I feel like that's cheating a little bit. I know, I was just moaning about it, but there wasn't really anything that stood out to me, or I don't think I even had just anything in general. Maybe that's why we are picking up Taylor Jenkins read Malibu Rising after all of that faff of me saying, oh, I don't think I can do 2 Taylor Jenkins read. It's a TBR, so I feel like this is more general fiction than just like romance, so I feel like that still adds a little bit of variety because it's different to the Taylor Jenkins read that we have here. And to be fair, I've heard so many great things about this, and I've had this for so long, and just so many people have gone on about it, and maybe it's time for me to finally see what the hype is all about. We've got 7 here, and I was going to finish there, but let's just pick one more. Let's just pick one more. A book with a 1-word title. Okay, we've got Lapvona, which I'm not really feeling like reading because that's like weird apparently. Babel, no. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so for the final book on this TBR video, it's going to be Almond by Won Pyung. Is it John or Son? But yeah, it's Almond. My sister picked this up from Toppings & Co, I think, from in Bath. I've been wanting to read this for a long time, to be fair, but I just know it's a little bit of an emotional read, so I didn't know how I would feel about reading this during the summer months. But I'm pretty sure it follows a boy who doesn't, so he has a brain condition called alexithymia that makes it hard for him to feel emotions like fear or anger. He doesn't have any friends, so he's quite isolated. I feel like this is going to be quite an emotional read, so let's bang that onto the TBR. So guys, this is my TBR pick. So we've got It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover, Twisted Love by Anna Huang, One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney, Things We Hide From the Light by Lucy Score, Heartburn by Nora Ephron, Malibu Rising again by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and then Almond by Won Pyung Son as well. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.